Hello to my gamers. How are you doing? Just singing a little song. Gotta go get some water. Is the Taco Choco thing new? Choco Taco? I don't want Choco Tacos to be gone. I first heard about it and I was like, this is a ruse to get people talking about Choco Tacos so they can sell them again. But now I'm seeing like legit news articles talk about it. I'm like, are Taco Chacos gone? Choco Tacos. Taco Chacos. Wow. Sorry, now I'm on Twitter and reading about the Will Smith slap. It's nice that he apologized. It's good. Anyway. Alright, I'm gonna go mute and get some water. I'm like just looking at Twitter now. So, see you on the other side in a few minutes. See you soon.
Where my Titans at?
Thank you. Be your own 3 a.m. Where are they at in freaking deed? We are about to get started. Gotta set up the squad stream. Gotta do all my business. Okay. Mute, mute, mute. Okay. I just ate a delicious lunch of sushi, which I love. I'm gonna tweet this out. Okay, tweet. How do people make good tweets anymore? I don't know. Destiny 2? Let's see if they have any good GIFs. I don't understand what this GIF means, but I'm posting it. It's an Angry Birds thing. Anyway. Should I enter the lottery and try to win $1 billion? $1 billion. Ruin my life quickly. Seems fun if you ask me. Seems freaking fun. Anyway, I'm gonna get some water. I'll be back in like 2 minutes. See you soon. Okay, I'm back. Water has been acquired. Shall I show the face? Is it Facecam time? Ready? Boop. I've done it. Oh, am I too tall? Am I too tall? Should I guess I sit like this at the start, and then by the time we're gaming, I'm like, what's up, gamers? I'm slouching, being Sandra Bullock. Touch, touch, touch. How you doing, Sandy? Also an update. Nose still has a mark on it. Still doesn't feel good, but I don't think it's broken. I was being dramatic. False alarm. I swear I heard it crack. It hurt. It felt really weird yesterday all day. Seems to be okay. Hopefully. Maybe. Unsure. Anyway, gotta get started here shortly. I'm also glad I'm okay. I'm glad it's not broken. Sorry for the dramatics. It does still hurt. I shouldn't keep touching it. Anyway, and it was swollen yesterday too, I'm pretty sure. Have y'all ever thought you broke a bone and then you didn't? And then you told like an audience full of people that you did? The los. It's the los. What does los mean? Crown. Yes and no. Every day. Not the last part, but yes. Okay. I'll take it. I just want to know if this is a relatable experience or if I've done something embarrassing. I also told my therapist I think I broke it. Gotta go back next week and be like, I didn't break it. I'm going to give you back your sympathy. You know? I have no other choice. Anyway, Tater Tot was being cute. I don't know where he's gone. And I guess that's okay. Is it normal to be unsure when you break something? I kicked a door from this morning and my foot still hurts, but I've never broken a bone before. Yeah. Broke a rib, but thought I didn't, but then I tried to breathe. Breaking a rib seems tough. My therapist is going to ask for a refund. Honestly, I'd love it if she asked for a refund because that means she would give me the money back. And that would be great. Oh, sure, for Carlos. That's fun. But anyway, she can gladly give me my money back. I won't complain. If she wants to pay me back for my time, she's more than welcome to do that. She also said yesterday, we'll just do a little bit of therapy talk and then I'll bring Steve in. But she did say yesterday, because it was like we had that thing, I like talked for the first half and then we both sat in silence. And usually she's like, what do you want to, or like, what else is going on? But this week she just also sat in silence and I was like, is this a therapy thing to sit in silence? Anyway, we had more of a conversation, but she was like, you know, it's you who leads therapy. It's the client who does it, whatever. And I was a little like, yeah, you're not wrong, but also you're the friggin' therapist. You know what I mean? Like, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, I touched my nose too much and now it hurts again. My frog plush on my chair is super cute. Thank you. This is the frog detective. He works as a detective who is a frog. I also showed my therapist this because we were talking about it and it was right there. And I felt so childish and stupid. Don't ever show your therapist your arts and crafts. It makes you feel dumb. Just a recommendation from me to you. Okay? Anyway. The nose story, I was on my bed and I dropped my freaking iPad on my nose and I thought I broke it. I swear I heard it crack. It hurt a lot. Hurt the next day, all day. And then I slept on it. It feels much better today. I don't think I broke it. Although the more I touch it, it's like, ooh, sore again. Anyway, I didn't break it. And I'm sorry to everyone who gave me sympathy when I thought I broke it. I show off my arts and crafts with no sense of shame. That's how you know you want therapy. No, my therapist was very nice about me showing this craft. She was like, it's beautiful. That's what she sounds like. Oh, Abby, that's beautiful. Anyway, I was listening to this podcast about therapy, and some therapists were saying that it's not uncommon to forget the client's name because it never comes up. And I'm like, that's so interesting. And we're on a like Zoom call, so I think it comes up more than most, but I'm like, that is kind of fascinating. I bonked my head on a tree branch and slept in the next day, so I had brain fog. I thought I broke my brain with the bonk. Oh my god, scary. Scary! Are you sure my screen didn't crack? What? Done that, but it hit my mouth. The iPad drew blood that day. Oh my god. The screen did not crack. I would have seen the screen crack. Anyway, I'm glad I'm not the only one who's dropped their iPad on their face. I have that big iPad too. It really hit hard. Anyway, I'm starting clinical social work master's program this month. I'm going to strat practicing my gentle therapist voice. Be on 3 a.m. That's very exciting. I'm very interested in therapy. But this is how my therapist talks for every lesson. Or not lesson, session. Hey, Abby. How are you? I'm good, thank you. Anyway, I really like her. I don't know why I'm doing an impression now. But anyway, gotta see if Steve's ready to party. Ready when you are. Should I unmute? Boop-a-doop boop. Anyway, I have just regular straight water, filtered. Did I have a Topo Chico? Yum, yum, yum. It's from this morning, so it's quite warm. Anyway, Steve's ready, so we're unmuting. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Steve, hello. You're live.
Hello. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I am good.
Great. I just started the squad stream too, by the way.
Oh, okay, cool. I was wondering, because I saw the invite, and then it just took me to my stream manager page. I'm like,
it's really annoying.
Counterintuitive.
This is something I hate about doing the squad stream is you send an invite and then they have to accept it and then you have to start it. And I'm like, I don't need to hit 2 buttons. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you think that it'd just be like, hey, it just automatically starts. But, Twitch in their efficiency in designing things is not want to work well and play with others.
Yes, agreed. Anyway, Steve, do you want to introduce yourself for my audience?
Yes. So, hi, everybody. I'm Steve Saylor, a.k.a. Blind Gamer Steve. I am a Twitch ambassador, content creator, and accessibility advocate / consultant in the video game industry. I've basically that means I go to studios and I talk to developers on how to be able to make their games more accessible for disabled players.
That's great. We have worked together in that capacity before.
We did, yes.
Yeah.
Just very, very, very briefly. But hey, you know what? It turned out to be a great video. So.
Well, thank you. Couldn't have done it without you. Anywho, now we're gonna play Destiny.
Yes.
I haven't played this game in quite a long time, I will say.
Okay, so did you
gameplay?
Yeah, did you play Destiny 2 or Destiny 1, or do you remember?
I played both. So I played Destiny 2 quite a bit when it came out. I believe Destiny 2 is where I did that first raid. I think it was in Destiny 2, where like you had to like jump through the holes with like the different like dog bottom. You remember dog bottom?
Yes.
Yeah.
God, it's actually I'm trying to remember what.
It was so long. I would love to do a raid again because it was really fun, but it also took 15 hours.
Yeah, raids definitely can take quite
Leviathan.
a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Leviathan. That's it. Yeah. Which is good. It's a good raid, but yeah, that could definitely take quite a while for sure. So, so don't feel bad about like it's basically that's the thing with every raid in Destiny. It takes like a good 5, 6 to sometimes 10 hours depending on if it's first time playing or whatever. So yeah, we're gonna try. We're not gonna do that.
Okay.
But we are going to try. We're gonna see kind of what we can be able to do because of just there's certain things you might not have access to, and some things you may or we could figure that out. So
it looks like all my characters are at the same level. I'm guessing they capped me because I was probably very low before. I'm gonna choose to be a Titan because that's the one I kind of remember being most comfortable with, but I don't really know.
Titans are good. Basically, yeah, the Titans are kind of like your tanks. So
Sure.
if you're more comfortable doing that, then you're good.
I like
And they're
tanking.
all the same power level because basically as the expansions went up, they just kind of increased everyone's power level so that way they can join in on the new stuff.
I figured as much. It's like whenever all my power levels are the same, I'm like, oh, they must have been like, we gotta up this for you so you can actually play the game.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so yeah, we're not actually friends on Destiny yet. So if you want to join up on me, basically you can add me as Blind Gamer Steve, and
Okay.
that might be the easiest way.
Currently watching my plane fly with a French cutscene happening, but I can't skip it. So
Oh, okay.
eventually I'll join.
Let me go over to your street to see what the actual cutscene is, just in
Plan?
case if it's.
It's just my plane flying over like a moon.
Okay.
Oh,
So they might.
We're going down to the crater. I assume it's a moon. Doesn't seem to have an atmosphere.
It probably is the moon. Yeah, more than likely.
Okay. I've landed somewhere. Let's see. How do I go
Let
to
me
the
see.
home hub? Do I have to do like a tutorial first?
Oh, okay. You are starting out in the new season stuff, I think.
Okay.
So it's jumping into the new season.
How do I go back into space so I can meet up with you on the home hub?
So if you go to your director, which is one of the
Oh, I
menu buttons.
see. Return to orbit.
Yes, there you go.
Wait. Great.
I'm also like looking at your stream and I'm like, oh right, yeah, you're in French, so I gotta remember which buttons are which.
Yes. I like to make games extra hard for myself. Okay.
Hey, you know what? I'm all for it. Like, yeah, like if you want to learn a language, like just you fuse yourself into it, then you're good.
It's fun.
Okay,
Oh,
so
is there a black hole? Can we go in a black hole?
let me see.
say?
Okay, where you're at. Okay, so right now. Okay, so it looks like you're kind of in the new light. So you don't have access to everything because you're missing Europa, which is that's one of the expansions. But you do have access to Witch Queen. It looks like, I think, without having to buy it. You normally would have to buy the expansions. But let me see. Okay, let me think of how to be able to get you to start, because I wonder if you have to do any of the new light stuff, which I don't think so.
My
New light
favorite
is
way to play
basically-
these kinds of games is to join someone else and then make 0 choices.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I think that's probably how this will go.
All right. So
Okay.
in that case, then yeah, you can search for me. You should be able to search for me by.
Let's see. One of these. Menu? How do I search for someone?
I think it's in one of those icons on the side. I think it would have been.
Okay. I can. Let's
Yeah, that one.
this is
Yeah.
every player.
So that.
Why is this game so hard? Okay, and then I can search for people on PlayStation. I can make. Okay, here we go. Bungie name. Okay, Blind
Bungie name,
Gamer
there you
Steve,
go.
right?
Yep.
Okay. What's fun is I feel like even if that were in English, it probably wouldn't have been more helpful.
No, it's okay.
Okay, great.
I've played the game enough to know at least how the UI looks, so I'm like I kind of have a general sense of okay, that's where you need to go. It's been a while, so okay, so I
Seems
think
like your Bungie name is specific and weird. It needs to have a number symbol and then 4 numbers.
Oh, yeah, right.
If you want to put it in the Discord too, if you don't want it to be public, I can do
That's
that. I also don't know what mine is. I could tell you mine maybe.
Okay, yeah, here we go. I can put it in the Discord.
Okay, great.
Ba-ba.
Did you have a good week? It's Friday.
Yeah. Thank goodness. It's been a busy week. You know, a lot of consultant stuff that I wish I could talk about, but you know, NDAs and stuff.
Sure. Eventually, probably, right?
Eventually, yes. So it's exciting. You know, fun being a freelancer sometimes, but
Also
it can be exhausting. Yeah.
Yes.
How about you? How was your week?
It was good. It felt long. I'm happy it's Friday. Okay. I don't know if it's sent. I might have to type it again. Okay, hold on. But yeah, it was, fine. Long. Just deciding, the rest of my life. But
I hear that. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear about
it's
about
fine.
all of went down. That's a bummer.
I'm inviting, I think. Oh, I should also invite you to be my bungee friend. Okay.
There we go.
I think I
saw
invited
you
you to my squad and to be my bungee friend.
Cool.
Okay, great.
I should be able to. Here we go. Accept fire team invite. Joining fire team. Perfect.
Great. Are we in? Do I need to do anything?
We are currently connected. So
Woo!
okay. So you're currently at power level 1350. So they're definitely gonna have some things we're gonna have to start off with. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to make you fire team leader. So that way, and it's kind of weird. Sometimes Destiny will kind of do skill based where it'll go to like it'll boost up the power level to whoever's the highest in the group, but sometimes it only does it to the fire team leader. So we're just going to basically make you fire team lead, and that way it can all be on your stuff.
Okay.
So let me.
I remember doing strikes. And that's what I remember doing.
Strikes, yep, strikes are good. Have you done anything in what we call the Cosmodrome? Or you didn't even did you
I don't think so. Is that the PvP? I've done some PvP, which is pretty fun. Is this something else?
Okay, yeah, PvP. There's two different types of PvP. There's Crucible, and then
I've done
there's
Crucible.
Yeah. So that's just your basic like regular any PvP in any multiplayer game. And then there's also Gambit, which is kind of more PvE but has some PvP elements.
Okay.
So we could kind of get your feet wet in that.
I'm trying to do Cosmodrome. I just want to pick something and go.
Okay. All right. So if you go to your director. And then on the bottom, if you're taken to the map, or basically destinations is kind of the main one, you should see on Earth an icon that says Cosmodrome.
Yes.
Yep.
Just
So if you go to that.
Okay, I'm selecting a thing.
Yep. And then you should just be able to launch us directly there.
Great.
Yep.
So why do you like Destiny? Wow, look at your ship. Dang, that thing's cool. It's like veiny.
Yeah. So I've been playing Destiny since 2018. I have a buddy of mine that I've been best friends with for like 15 years, and we kind of like we were close for like a couple years, and then just gradually lost touch. But we all still kept up with each other via social media. And then one day I noticed that he was playing Destiny, and I always was kind of interested in it, but I never really knew how to get into it because I knew it was a multiplayer game. So I asked him, one day I was like, hey, we've been out for a bit. Why don't we can you guide me how to be able to play Destiny? And I said, maybe we could both stream it together. And that's literally how I started streaming, was just him and I basically playing it together. We've been playing weekly pretty much ever since.
That's fun.
So yeah.
I do love having a game that you just have friends in and can just like drop in and play. Like that's sort of Fortnite, and now kind of Mario Kart for me and my friend. You have a bow and arrow. That's so cool.
Yeah, it's
wow,
one of
look at your outfit. Dang.
Yeah, this is from playing it for about 4 years. This is what you can look forward to.
My character looks dumb.
Actually, you got a pretty dope armor set. Like, not gonna lie.
Okay, nothing
it's
matches,
an older set.
Though. I don't know how to make things
it's
match.
Okay.
You
know
need
what?
The shaders, right?
Yeah, the good thing is that shaders you don't have to buy anymore. They're just kind of like you just get them in drops and stuff like that. So you can totally add it in. But actually, I like your armor stuff. Like I like the glowing red and blue.
Oh, thanks. I like the sleeves, but
yeah, that's pretty dope.
Thanks. What?
Okay.
Well, are you a hunter? What are you?
Warlock.
Warlock, nice.
Yeah, mostly because it's because I can do this.
Whoa, you're flying!
I can do floaty jumps.
That's fun.
Yeah. Titans can sort of. That's basically.
I got a jetpack. I'm Iron Man.
Yeah, that's basically that's your double. That's my double jump,
All right,
which is great. A lot of people make fun of it, but it works great for me.
Do we have to talk to this guy?
Yes. So
Okay.
this is Shao Han, and he's kind of the owner of the Cosmodrome. He's like your main kind of guardian.
Oh,
and,
so they're picking a contract?
Yes. So I think let me pull up your stream so you can see what.
Just gonna pick one of these first couple. They're all in French, so it's like.
Oh yeah, so those are called bounties.
Okay.
So those are just kind of like things you can be able to do that kind of get you XP and Glimmer, which is the
Okay.
the economics in the game. It's like that's your money. But the one that's below that is the Witch Queen, which looks like you have to buy that one.
Okay, yeah.
That's a bummer.
But I can do one of these.
Oh, okay, there you go. Yeah, we can totally do
Start
that.
grabbing stuff.
So basically, yeah, the first one I think is public disturbance. Basically, just doing public events.
Well, I now have all of them. Is that a good way to play?
That's actually sometimes that's the best. Like, a lot of people love to be able to do that because you never know. Basically, as you're playing, you can kind of just fill out a bounty and
Great.
you're good. So basically, you can just kind of just go around. I think let me see if there's a
let's
public
party.
event.
I feel like I remember this world. This doesn't. Maybe they just all kind of look like this, but feels familiar
this one
to me.
This is actually it should be familiar because this is like when you first start the game. This is
Yeah.
where you start is the
Yeah.
Cosmodrome. So
Ooh,
so
I remember how good these guns feel. Ooh, it's been a while. That's nice. That's the good stuff.
So what we can do some strikes because that'll probably get
Yeah.
you through some bounties. So if you go to your director again and go to map, there should be probably about 3 icons, like large icons with like a sword in the middle. If you hover over those are strikes. So there's one that's the Devil's Lair. There's Fallen Saber
Okay.
and the Disgraced. Either one of those
I'll do this
are
one.
totally fine.
We're going.
There we go.
We're on our way. Okay, great. Because I have a vague memory of the strikes, which is nice. I feel like that's a good part of Destiny is just hopping in, shooting some stuff, hanging with some buds.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, these are kind of like these are generally missions that would be in the game, but they split them out into events that you basically can do. You can also, if you go to the tower, which you could be able to meet Savala, which actually was he. I wonder if he was there when you were at G4. So did you ever meet Lance Reddick when he was?
I produced that
Spirit?
interview.
Ah, there you go. Okay,
Yeah.
so
I got him to
he's in the
play
game.
Destiny with TBH, the Black Hokage.
Oh my! Oh, that's right. Yes,
Yeah.
I love that. That was great just watching him play because he's the Titan Vanguard, so he's he's the leader of all the
Yes.
Titans in the game.
Yeah,
but
and we wanted to
he plays
play...
a warlock.
Yes. Oh yeah, that's right. I forget. Yeah, he's in it. He's in like everything. I love that guy. But yeah,
my God,
he was super he was a good sport about like playing a game on stream, which is hard to do, especially while you're like talking in an interview. But he like actually plays Destiny. That was like the game he plays pretty regularly, so it was easy to be like, you got to play Destiny.
Yeah. I love that that every so often he'll post like a TikTok or a video of just him playing Destiny, and I'm like,
Oh, that's fun.
He's one of us.
I love when celebrities are also nerds.
Oh, I love that too.
What other celebrity gamers are there, you think?
Ooh, good question. Henry Cavill is. I know that.
Really? He's too handsome.
He plays Warhammer.
Oh
and he
my
plays
god,
World
that's
of
like
War-
real nerd shit too.
Yeah, and he plays World of Warcraft too.
Wow.
As well.
That's
Yep.
fun.
Trying to remember.
I was talking to my friend Casey told me about this interview that I'm gonna forget his name. He is a guy that is in Stranger Things, and I think is the love interest of Winona Ryder.
Oh, David Hopper.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
I think. Anyway, I guess he did an interview where he was talking about how he used to play a bunch of WoW, I think, and then he
Yep.
also got really into The Sims, and he had a Sim version of himself who was an actor, but the sim just wanted to keep playing video games all the time and he wouldn't work and he got really frustrated with him. And then he realized like it was reflecting real life and he had like a mini crisis and stopped playing games like forever.
Which can happen. Which
Yeah.
can totally happen, and that's but
And it worked out. Successful actor now. David Harbour.
David
Yes.
Harbour, yeah. Why? Oh, I said Hopper. That's his character name. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I was like,
I
that
confused the
sounds
two.
about right. I only kind of know his name. Anyway, he has
Yeah.
a beautiful apartment. I only know about him because he did like an apartment tour for one of those like YouTube videos. And
Oh, I
his
think I saw
loft,
that,
It's
yeah.
so beautiful. I'm like, I
Oh my
want to live
God.
that way.
I do too. Like, I'm one of those, like, I don't see myself ever owning a house, but
Yes.
a condo or
Oh my
apartment like
God.
that, totally.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Ugh. I love aesthetics and I love luxury. I love comfort. Yeah.
Totally the same way.
Okay, I'm gonna try to remember. I have like an axe throw. Okay, missed. Got a punch. I have a shield I think I can put up. You have to like click in the sticks. Are you on PC? How are you
I'm on Xbox, actually.
playing? Oh. Okay, let's
Yeah.
see. Click in the sticks. One stick, other stick.
Left stick is to sprint. Right stick is actually, you know, I can't even remember. I don't use right stick that much.
Oh well. Eventually I'll figure out how to put down a shield. But I think we're okay.
I think for yours, I think it would be actually one of the right sticks. It's been a while since I've done a Titan. Because I know that left bumper is throw a grenade, right bumper is your melee. And it might be
Or B or circle for shield, someone said.
circle,
Oh, I
yes,
see.
there you
Okay.
go. Yeah.
Well, I put it in a bad spot, but now I know for next time.
Okay, yeah, don't worry. So that's your kind of that now I know why it's different because in for warlocks it's this. So if you stand in this field,
Ooh.
this
It's like
will
a
constantly
Healy
heal
thing,
you.
Right? That's nice.
Yep.
Cool.
And in some cases, if you have like certain abilities, you might get like a little. Actually, you know, I can switch out to
Wow.
void
I'm taking a knee.
because then you can also be able to get like a void buddy, which kind of like will. Kind of like a little blob of light that'll just like anything you shoot at, it'll actually like go and start shooting other people,
That's fun.
which is pretty cool. Yeah.
What else is fun is I just figured out how to emote. Look at me go! I'm dancing!
There you go. Let's go.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's good. Wow! Oh, marshmallows.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then there's
Oh, that's good.
it's classic, and then this is one of my favorites.
Ooh, cowboy.
And kablammy.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I wish I had like a
And then
play
this is just
dead emote. Oh, wait, let's see. Are you going to do
Oh,
one?
there you go. Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, where do we go?
All
This
right, so
way,
we got to
I think?
go this way. Yeah.
Okay.
Out this way, actually.
I see a little
it through?
blip on the mini map, but
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna keep
Here we
moving this way, and eventually we'll wind up somewhere. It's what I remember of this game.
There we go, and I think this way.
Do you wish for a Destiny 3?
You know, I've been thinking about that because once Witch Queen kind of launched, I was like, do we need a Destiny 3? I think probably not really, unless they do like an overhaul. But I would almost say it probably would just be better just drop the 2 and just it's
Yeah.
Destiny.
Yeah, just a live game or whatever.
Yeah, because at this point, the only thing that kind of holds it back is that they still have Destiny 1 and it's still playable.
Oh, really? Do people still
Yeah.
play Destiny 1? Why would you play Destiny
Yeah.
1 if 2's now free?
Because for those who still have it or those who still want to be able to buy it, there's only there's certain weapons and armor and missions that are only available in Destiny 1.
Oh, interesting. Well, that's cool.
But they have been getting better at lately of sort of like reviving older missions and older stuff and integrating them into D2. So
Oh, that's good.
yeah, supposedly actually for the next season they're going to be taking an old raid from D1 and putting it into D2.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Oh god.
How many raids are in here now? Because I do remember really enjoying the raids I did, and I would love to redo a raid at some point, but it also seems... It's so time consuming. And I don't have good armor for that anymore.
Yeah, you would definitely have to have a certain amount of power level in order to be able to kind of play it, but if you can get like a good group of like six players together who at least know kind of what they're doing, you can play it.
Carry me.
Yeah. So, but yeah, there's about I think 5 or 6 raids right now.
Okay, seems pretty good.
Depending on which each kind of expansion has its own raid, and sometimes different seasons have raids. Like the one that's currently for this season for Witch Queen is called the Vow of the Disciple, and that one I actually have yet to be able to do because it's a little bit difficult to be able to play if you're a blind player.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Do you find Destiny to be pretty accessible?
It can be, but not in the sort of like the sense that like I would say would recommend it to be a game for accessibility. There's just things that are kind of built into the game that make it actually accessible for me.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Also, I feel like accessibility is so like there's never like a universal accessible for everyone. I feel like a lot of the time.
Yeah, exactly. So if you want, you can be able to activate this little panel here.
Okay. Okay, wait, hold it. Touch. It's not giving me the prompt. Eventually. Oh, here we go.
There we go.
Oh, yeah. Remember when, what's-his-face was doing the voice for this? Guy from Game of Thrones, and everyone hated it?
Oh, Peter Dinklage, yeah.
Time. Yeah.
Yeah. So they replaced him with Nolan North.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That makes sense. Need a guy to talk in video games.
Yeah. But also as well, like Nathan Fillion used to be in the game too.
Oh yeah, that's right. Who was he?
He was Cade, basically the vanguard for the hunters.
Oh boy, oh boy. Do you follow the Destiny lore? Because I remember this game, the story being kind of impenetrable.
I do to a degree, but like my friends who I play with all the time, like they're so far they know pretty much almost everything that I'm clueless about.
Yeah.
I understand enough to be able to explain it to folks, but
yeah, you don't have to explain it or anything. I'm more just curious because I feel like I don't know. I feel like there are either people who are like really into this kind of lore or who do not care at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's fun for if you're just trying it out for the like you want to be able to shoot stuff, you can totally do that. But there is actually there is a pretty good story if you're able to kind of go through each of the expansions in relative order.
I believe it.
So like the current one is kind of you're kind of like in the middle of the Destiny story, I would say. Yeah, it's kind of let's just say that there are YouTube videos that can go from like a couple hours explaining the Destiny lore.
Yes, that's like I've been playing through all of the Soulsborne games, and those are similar where it's just like just look up a YouTube video and you will find all of the deep dives into all of the lore. And it's all so complicated. And even once you watch a video, it's sort of like, I kind of understand what it is.
Mm-hmm. Even myself, I don't even fully understand what it is. Oops.
Oh gosh.
I did.
I'll get you maybe. My favorite way to try to revive people is to just do it right in the middle of combat.
No, it's totally
Sometimes
fine.
it works.
Yeah. It's fine. That was my bad. I was kind of I dropped myself in the middle of the...
I don't mind. Okay, wait. It really does not want to give me the prompt all the time. Okay, cool.
There we go.
People are saying that there is an actual end game you can see in this, which is fascinating.
Yes. I mean, there definitely is something that the game is, like the story is leading towards. Mm-hmm. Because essentially, it's just the darkness is trying to be able to enter into the solar system and take away our light, which is from the Traveler, which is that big ball in the sky that we have above Earth.
Some
And
might
that's
call
what
it
gives-
the sun.
True, but there's actually like no an actual like big ball in the sky above Earth,
Interesting.
and that's what gives us our powers.
Feels like the sun to me. Okay. Oh, we just have to like defend this thing for a bunch of rounds, essentially. Is that
Yep.
all we're doing? All right, cool.
Yep.
Do you have a favorite type of gun?
I think probably the one I'm using right now, which is the my combat bow.
Do they make it so you can make like weird custom guns or something? I feel like I vaguely remember them doing like a real gun overhaul at some point. But I could be misremembering this.
Sort of, yeah. You can be able to like kind of customize guns now, but it's all done through. It's part of the current expansion, but you have to get like blueprints for certain guns and certain parts, and you can then you have to go to this one station to upgrade it or to create your own. It's pretty cool, but a little bit more involved.
Okay. Well, that's cool. Oh boy,
Yeah.
oh boy, oh boy. Playing anything else lately? Did you play Stray?
Ooh, I have it, but I have not played
Okay.
it as of yet.
Are you a cat person? Do you like cats?
I am sadly allergic to cats.
Aw, that is a bummer. Although I do
Yeah.
have a friend who married someone who owns cats now. He has cats, and he is quite allergic, but I think he just got used to constantly taking like Zyrtec or whatever. I
Yeah,
guess that's worked.
I mean, I generally, if you give me like an allergy pill, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Which is great, but yeah, it's just like if I'm around them for like a couple of days, then that can be definitely an issue.
Oh yeah. I started Stray. I need to go back and finish it.
I can't wait to play it though. That is,
Yeah.
It looks so dang fun.
It's very sweet. It's just kind of a nice light puzzler. Like I don't think it's doing like crazy new gameplay or anything, but it's fun. Sweet little game.
Yeah,
It's clear that the developers really love their cats, which is always nice.
yeah. Now I remember there was one particular segment like that you're a big Fortnite fan.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love Fortnite.
Is that the game that you play? Probably say that you play the most.
I guess so. I mean, truthfully, like once I started working in the gaming industry, I feel like I played games for pleasure far less. And especially when I'm streaming, it's like in my free time, it's unlikely I'm gonna also be like, yeah, I want to play. Oh, beans. I think we have a third person with us too somewhere. Anyway, I died in a weird location, but no rush.
That's okay. You're all good.
But yeah, I love Fortnite. I think it's so fun. But I guess that's probably the game I put the most time in. I mean, right now, my friend group has been playing a lot of Mario Kart. But truthfully, I don't really care what game we're playing. It's more just like, oh, I want to hang out, and like, if we also play a game, fine. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was really into Elden Ring for a while. That one.
Oh,
kinda
you were
sucked me
playing
back
that.
in.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I tried Elden Ring, but definitely not for me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. It was like, it's interesting to play that and then go back to the other Souls games. Because it's just like they added so much quality of life stuff. Just because there's so much in the other games that are like, this is tedious for the sake of being tedious. So it's nice that they have stripped a lot of that kind of bullshit out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I definitely appreciate at least what they were able to do with Elden Ring, kind of make it a little bit more accessible-ish,
Sure.
or more
Yeah.
approachable, I should say.
Yeah.
If you've never played like any Souls games before, but yeah, just not accessible in the way that people sort of think it, or has been said as such.
For sure. For sure. Okay, who do you think our third friend is? They just add like a random person, right?
It's definitely a random person. I think what's his name? Jalapeno.
They sound fun.
Oh yeah, there's some pretty hilarious names that people have in this game.
Okay. Boom.
There we go.
What's your character's power up? I like throw around a big fiery axe.
So right now I'm using Void, which is basically a lot of like purple bombs and stuff. But actually, you know what? I'm gonna switch back to Solar, which then I can have like fiery swords.
What's up, jalapeno? All right, let's do this.
Let's go.
Ooh, I got a hydration check. I'm gonna chug some water, but I'm here.
Go for it.
Do you have any other hobbies outside of gaming?
Ooh, I mean, I'm basically just an all-around nerd, so I love like movies, like
Sure.
TV shows, video, comic books. I think as far as like other like hobbies, I love building Lego.
That's cool. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite Lego
that's-
build? I love my Saturn V.
So, oh, that's a good. I've been wanting to be able to get that one. That set.
I really like it.
The two sets that I have that I'm probably that I like the most are I have the Apollo 11 lunar lander,
Ooh, cool. Yeah, I have that one too.
and I also
the
have
space
the
ones.
1989 Batmobile.
Oh, that's a fun one.
Yeah,
That's
it's one of my
cool.
favorites.
Was it a good build?
Yeah, like I started it. It takes me a while to be able to build stuff because
Yeah.
it's work and stuff. But I started in New Year's this year,
Mm-hmm.
and I just finished building it a couple weeks ago.
That's great.
And that was yeah.
I like a long build. It's nice to be able to like, I don't know, take your time with it.
Yeah, same.
Oh man.
And also, I've just discovered that there are kits that you can be able to get that actually add lights to Lego sets. And I've got one for the Batmobile that I want to try
That's
to be
cool.
able to add.
Like the front lights on the car and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, so I have the one for the Batmobile, and I want to add it. And there's one for like the lunar lander as well.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I think pretty much every set there's two companies. I think Lightling is the one that I use, and they pretty much every major Lego set you can get a light kit for.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let me revive you.
Thank you. So what kind of movies do you like? What's your favorite movie?
I mostly enjoy actually, kind of anything. There was
That's
one
great.
period of time where I used to work in the radio industry.
Oh,
and
that's
so,
cool.
Yeah, so part of that is that you kind of have to work in small towns, and so I worked in a
Oh,
small town
wow.
for a little bit, but the closest movie theater was like an hour and a half away.
Oh,
And I
wow.
felt so like disconnected from everything. Like I think the only movie I saw in that period of time was the first Thor movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So when I moved to Toronto for a job, I had access to movie theaters again. I saw within the span of like 4 months, 52 movies
Really?
in the theaters. Oh yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah, there was like several times where I would watch like 2-3 movies a day.
Wow, that's fun. I used
Yeah.
to work at a movie theater. My family
no
we were
way.
like big movie people growing up. Yeah, so I was like very into seeing a lot of movies. I couldn't always have the energy for 2 or 3 in a day, but that is pretty fun.
Yeah, definitely I would do that on like a weekend sort of thing when it's a little bit cheaper,
Yeah.
which is
for
great.
sure. That's fun.
Yeah.
See anything good lately?
Everything Everywhere All at Once
Oh,
was
so good.
so good.
I want to see it again.
Yeah, I tried to get my dad to go
Yeah.
see it with me, and he was so confused.
Really?
Oh yeah, he had no
Oh,
clue what the heck
no.
was going on. And I'm like, but that's kind of almost the point-ish.
I know. That's so funny. I feel like I haven't talked to too many people who like haven't walked away being like, this movie changed my life, which I don't know if that's the case for me, but I did really enjoy it. Definitely had a big emotional impact at the time of seeing it.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I think it's probably like the most imaginative movie I've seen in a long
Yeah.
time. But yeah, I definitely was not like, I don't think it's probably like my favorite movie. I think
Sure.
my favorite movie is literally The Matrix. So
Fun. That's a good one. I saw it for the first time as a kid and then rewatched it when the new one came out, and I was kind of shocked at how cool it was. I think just because as a kid I was like, I don't know, what's the big deal? But as an adult, I was like, it's crazy that this was made when it was made. Like, technologically, it's kind of insane how much stuff it did.
Oh, totally. Like, the original, like, holds up extremely well today.
It's so good.
Yeah. If for me, actually, if it wasn't for The Matrix, I would not be even doing what I'm doing.
Really?
Yeah, I got into I got into radio because I don't know if you remember or ever heard about there was a game early 2000s, The Matrix Online. It was kind of like basically a World of Warcraft, but just set in the Matrix universe. Was a MMORPG. And I was in the beta of that, and there was a community-run radio station called Radio Free Zion, and I was one of the DJs on that station. And if it wasn't for that, I literally would not be making, because I was like, you know what, that's the thing I want to do. I want to work in radio, and yeah, that's what led me to do it today.
Wow. Do you have any tips for working radio? I feel like working in radio, do you feel like it's similar to podcasting?
Definitely now, more days, it's a lot easier to get into radio that way. And the thing is, too, is like you don't even need like necessarily like a radio type voice. Because honestly, like every voice is unique, and as long as you can like learn how to be a broadcaster, then essentially you can be a good host. Then you can be and work in radio, no problem.
Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
I also feel like people will find ways to complain about anyone's voice a lot of the time.
Yeah, I get that. I don't know. I just think that every like anybody can be in radio. Like really, it's one of those. If you want to do it, you can totally do it. So, yeah. If you ever thought about going into radio, it's you basically have to start small and small stations and stuff like that, and then kind of work your way up. You know, just basically kind of like how the industry is really anyway. So.
Do you have like a dream radio job?
Ooh, I've always wanted to have my own talk radio show.
Oh, cool. What would you talk about?
Probably nerdy geek stuff.
Sure.
So, yeah. I mean, I love accessibility, and that's kind of basically what I do, but, you know, not everybody's willing to be able to give out a radio show just talking about accessibility.
Do you think you could have enough to talk about for, like, a radio show forever on that? Because I feel like radio shows are kind of sort of like an indefinite thing. I mean, I guess probably.
Yeah, I think so. I think that now that sort of like nerd and pop culture has become the norm, that it's a lot easier to be able to kind of, as a sell of being like, hey, we can do a nerd talk show on the radio.
Yeah, forever.
But then again, also as well, podcasting kind of fills that gap.
Yeah.
Pretty well as well.
Yeah, I'm curious who like the radio audience is nowadays.
From at least in I don't know what it's like in the States, but in Canada, it is mostly trying to be able to listen for new music. As much as TikTok has kind of like been that for a lot of people. A lot of people still kind of listen to radio to learn or to listen to new stuff.
That makes sense. I feel like I really associate the radio with like cars, and I've lived in cities like I don't have a driver's license. I just like, I don't know. I'm so far removed from car culture. I'm like, I don't even know where I would buy a radio. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I totally get that. And actually, yeah, that's pretty much a lot of radio play is mostly in cars, and especially in a place like Toronto where everyone's in a car pretty much all the time. It's like the thing to listen to.
Would you have a preference for like public radio versus like satellite radio?
I think it depends. Like, public radio is more widespread in the States than it is in Canada. Like, literally the only public radio station we kind of have is the CBC. And everything else is private radio. So, Yeah, we don't have like basically the CBC is kind of like our equivalent to like the BBC or like NPR.
Sure. CBC, Canadian Public Radio.
Close. Canadian Broadcasting Corporation.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
I'm just so used to NPR that I'm like, everything is just public radio, right?
True. I mean, I would love to be able to like. I love what like the content that NPR makes.
NPR's so good.
So I would. I was trying to revive Jalapeno, but he revived himself. Yeah, I'd love to be able to work for NPR, but I mean, have to get that work visa. Yeah.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I want one of them for Europe, but.
Oh, that's
so
right.
hard.
You were thinking about you wanted to move to Europe, right?
Yeah, I'm still looking into it. Maybe like a freelancer visa. Seems like
That'd be cool.
Relatively manageable for like France. If not, I could always go like as a teacher, but you don't make very much money, so I'd have to have like a pretty good savings to do that.
True. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Do you ever think about instead of France, like Montreal, like a little bit closer?
No.
Or if you always wanted to go to France?
Yeah, there's very like I would love to see Montreal and I would love to see certain parts of Canada, but part of the appeal of France is like going to Europe and being able to just like take a train and see like Madrid or, whatever, even being close to like Africa, all these places that I haven't had access to as an American,
Yeah. No, I totally get that for sure.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see if it happens. Anyway, good work, team.
Yeah, there we go. We did okay. We did
Yeah.
pretty good. Yeah.
69 assists. Nice.
Yeah, nice.
Great. Yeah. All right, another strike.
Yep. So if you hit or
Return into
basically
orbit.
return to orbit, that's it.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And then what you can do is if you go to your director, you should be able to go to your quests, and you might have some bounties that you can actually be able to claim
Okay.
that you did over the course of that.
Oh. I see. Wow, I'm rich.
Yeah, there
Oh,
you go.
Cool.
So yeah, did you want to do another strike?
Yeah, I'm down for one more if you are.
Cool. Yeah. So we
Great.
can do the Cosmodrome again.
Works for me.
And just choose any of the other ones that
All right,
of the other
let's
two.
do Disgrace. Let's do it. Okay.
Cool.
Do you think if you weren't like weren't in radio or media, what do you think you would do? Do you have any?
Ooh, good question. It's almost like you're a professional at this. I honestly don't know. I mean, I've kind of always like probably something creative, but I wouldn't know what. I mean, yeah, I legit can't think of anything else I would. I don't know. Yeah, I probably would say maybe writing.
Oh, sure.
Like being a writer, because I did dabble a little bit, like in a
Yeah.
previous life, I did work on that, do that kind of stuff, kind of like self-publish, but
Like a writer of books, or do you have like a specific, like a journalist or screenwriter?
So I did actually write books.
Cool.
I was one of the kind of early people who used to podcast novels. So basically, that taking an audiobook, splitting them up into chapters into episodes, and then you can be able to, and then just put them out as podcasts, which is
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
How do you?
So, oh yeah. By the way, so if you hit your director button,
Okay.
and then you hit.
Oh, I
don't
see
know,
my vehicle.
Yeah, your Sparrow.
Wow, I have the old one. I can tell. But that's fine.
That's okay.
Yours is cool. Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
remember
that's-
these areas. Feels like I'm home.
Yeah. So yeah, probably writer. That'd probably be it. What about you?
I don't know. I originally wanted to study aerospace engineering because I wanted to become an
cool.
astronaut. But that feels like I think if I did go down that road, I probably would just be like, I don't know, like an engineer for someone or something.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, I don't know if I have the like patience for it realistically to like actually follow through. But it was a thought at the time. I also went to school for film editing, so I think that would have been a path that would have made sense to me. And I mean, I have done editing throughout my career for my job and also just for like freelance work or internships or whatever. So I've done quite a bit of editing. I think actually my strength as, I guess, like someone who makes, you know, content is often in editing.
That's true, yeah. And yeah, if you learn how to edit, you can be able to be a much better content creator.
Oh yeah, I feel like people really underestimate editing because when it's well done, it feels invisible.
Yes.
But it can really make or break your piece. I also think a lot of times, like I would get dailies and B-roll and stuff that just was awful, and I was like, oh my god, what am I gonna do with this? And it was so satisfying to make it into something good and workable. And I think editing feels like magic in that sense.
Yes, exactly. I kind of, in a weird way, that's why I love the mediums of trailers, like movie trailers and TV trailers, because it really, what makes a good trailer really comes down to the editing.
100%, yes.
And I just think that's like such a cool art form. I mean, like just the fact that, like the Wakanda Forever trailer, like that.
I haven't seen it, but I'm
haven't
sure
seen
it's
it yet?
great. I don't. Yeah, no, I haven't seen it. We can talk about
fair
it.
enough. Well, it basically just in the trailer and of itself, because I think I heard actually the actual editor who edited that trailer, like he said it best, is that like teaser trailers or trailers are kind of like mood setters for a movie.
Yeah, that for sure.
Like they tell you the tone of what the movie's going to be like without really like going into story. And the Wakanda Forever trailer, like it is masterfully edited.
Oh, I gotta check it out. That's cool. I feel like there are some trailers too that I still think about that I'm like, that was such a well done trailer. Like there is like the red screen trailer, like the sort of unrated trailer for the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo movie, the Fincher one. It is so good. Ugh, I love it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of other like really good trailers. I feel like I'm forgetting some, but
Ooh, I'm trying to think now of like some of my favorite trailers. I think probably ooh, wow, now I'm blanking. I've seen so many of them that
I
I'm
know.
like
I like when I was working at those movie theaters, it would just be like trailer after trailer, so I'd see so many and be like, that one looks great. But the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo one always stands out for me. It's so good.
Yeah, actually, you know what? I think because the only ones I'm thinking of are recently. Like, I will say, probably a lot of the Marvel and Star Wars trailers are really, really good.
I believe it. I mean, they have the resources to make them good, so I would hope so.
That's true. Yeah.
Ooh, man, shooting this game is so satisfying.
Oh, I know.
Oh boy, oh boy. Someone in my chat says, I like when trailers use scenes that don't make it into the movie. I feel like I always hate that, because then I spend the whole movie being like, when's that thing gonna happen?
Yeah, especially if it's like your favorite moment from a trailer too. I find that that's become less and less of a thing now.
Sure.
But yeah, I totally agree. It's hard to just like
I'm like, what?
Watch it. I'm like, oh, that's such a cool thing, and yeah, then it just doesn't happen.
I know a lot of people who are upset about what's that Paul Thomas Anderson movie, that Licorice Pizza, because that had like some scenes with Bradley Cooper that weren't in the movie.
Oh, that's right. I did hear about that. Yeah. I find that that's just, I don't know, that's kind of like, it's not that you go and they didn't have this moment or this scene or whatever, but it's kind of like if you like it, it's like, oh wait, shoot, oh right, why is
wasn't that there? Yeah, exactly.
No.
Have you ever seen a movie where the trailer was awful and the movie was great? Because I feel like that rarely happens, but I feel like it must have.
Ooh. Oh, that's such a good question too. I'm trying to think now. I don't think I've ever seen a movie with a trailer that was terrible.
I feel like... Yeah, I also feel like usually, at least for comedies, like if the trailer is bad, you're like, the movie's never gonna be better. Because they put all the best jokes in the trailer, you know what I mean?
True, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm trying to think. Oh, darn, yeah, now I'm like...
There's gotta
going
be
back
something. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like also if the movie's better than the trailer, it probably overshadows the trailer so much that it's like... But there have also been a lot of trailers that I think mislead you on what the movie is. Like, then it'll like ruin the movie where it's like, this isn't a bad movie. Like, I feel like I think of like Super 8 where it's like, this is like a fine sort of family adventure film in a lot of ways, but it was advertised so much like a very scary monster movie mystery that like it just couldn't deliver.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? That made me think. I think a lot of J.J. Abrams movies are like that.
Oh, really?
I think in regards to like relationship between trailer and film, because I mean he does love a mystery, so there is those like he loves to kind of like put that into those trailers just to kind of get people excited. But then it's sort of like the movie's definitely different in that sense. And yeah, I think you're right. Like Super 8 was definitely one of those that I go in, I'm like thinking that the movie's gonna be one thing and it's not.
Yeah, not at all.
Yeah.
He also did Fringe, right? Was that him?
He did, yep.
Okay. I remember really liking like the first season of that show and then never watching anymore. But I think people still liked it towards the end, right?
Actually, no, I haven't. I've yet to finish the season or the series.
Fair
I watched like
enough.
the first 2 or 3.
Yeah, I feel like me too. And then I just like completely dropped off.
Yeah. So this is kind of actually the open area, by the way. So if you want to come towards me, because otherwise they'll just keep spawning in enemies.
Cool. Coming. Wow, cool set piece. Crash ship.
Yep. Let me go in here.
Great.
And those guys explode.
These are the Fallen? Is that correct?
Oh.
I'm trying to remember the word. It's like, isn't Fallen like one of the enemy types?
It is, yeah. There's the Fallen, the Taken, the Hive, and the Vex.
Yes.
And
wow, brings me back.
in this one, it's usually the Hive and oh, actually, it is the Fallen, yeah. Yeah. There we go.
Hive. So these are the Hive people.
Yes.
All right, great. Let's go. Is the rest, is like the new content, does it look as sort of like Forgotten Warehousey, or does it have a different aesthetic?
So this is definitely the aesthetic of the Cosmodrome, because basically it's like it was what they called the last city of Earth before it was destroyed.
Sure.
And it's set in Russia.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. So it's not so warehouse. It's more space-ish.
That's cool. I love space.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
you
the
could
new
go to
one-
space, would you go to space?
Oh, 1000%.
Yeah, hell yeah, same.
Oh, I love anything to do with space and NASA and
Me
all
too.
that stuff.
Have you been following the James Webb Telescope at all?
Oh my God, yes. Oh, those images are so gorgeous.
They're so good. I need to look. I hear that they had like newer. I guess they're not that new anymore, but newish ones of Jupiter. I want to look at them.
Oh yeah, I haven't looked at those yet.
Yeah.
I've only just been looking at the ones from those
Yes.
far off galaxies.
Yeah, it's so cool though.
Oh,
I met someone recently who like worked like for the company that made the James Webb Telescope. I think in like recruiting or something. So she was like sort of far removed. But she like has a picture of her with it, and she was like so nonchalant about it. I'm like, dude, this is so cool. Like, why aren't you psyched about this?
Oh, I love that. I actually had a consulting call at one point with someone who worked for NASA.
Cool.
And they wanted to know how to be able to make their like social content more accessible.
Oh, that's fun.
And yeah, she was telling me some of the stuff of what they were working on. I'm like, oh my God, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Like they were. She was telling me actually at the time. This was a couple years ago. They were talking about the James Webb Telescope and what they were planning on doing, and
It's so sick.
and then apparently there's I think they announced it at this point, but there was like a whole series of missions they're gonna do on for Venus.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So
That's exciting.
I love it.
I feel like I don't know how much have we looked at Venus since they like dropped that satellite there and it like deteriorated immediately.
Not a lot, yeah, because it's hard to do anything on Venus, but they're gonna try. That's kind of like their next sort of exploratory thing within.
That's so exciting. I hear it's also really difficult. I watched like a video on YouTube. I don't super remember it, but it was something about how like it's really hard to get a satellite to Mercury because it's so close to the sun. So there's so much temperature difference that it's like, one, it's hard not to just get sucked into the gravity of the sun if you're like heading that way, but also it's like the heat is just like so hard to maintain like a satellite that close. It's just so fascinating.
Yeah, I wonder actually if. Yeah, I would love to be able to see like more, like actually like kind of what they did with Pluto, like with, or they kind of had like a satellite flyby and just do a whole bunch of like close-up images, because seeing those like photos of Pluto up close, I was like, oh, it looks so cool. Especially that little tiny heart in the bottom. Oh,
I also feels like. I feel like there's still so much to discover with space, but as far as like within sort of the planets, the known planets in our solar system, at least the named ones, it feels like, well, we've already seen pictures, we know what they are, and like Pluto felt like the one last like discovery, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It kind of like, and I still say to this day, I don't care what people say, it's a planet.
It's a dwarf planet.
Yeah. So, for crying out loud, Neil deGrasse Tyson, get with the program.
Yeah, he stinks.
But yeah, no, I love it.
Helping revive this person. Me too. Space is so cool. Yeah, I would gladly go to space.
Have you watched the show on Apple TV For All Mankind?
No. Is it good?
Oh my
I've
gosh,
watched very few Apple TV shows, and I feel like people are either like, it was okay, or like, it was the greatest show they've ever seen.
So, For All Mankind, it's the showrunner is Ronald D. Moore.
Okay.
He produced the recent like Battlestar Galactica
sure.
reboot. Yeah, and basically the premise of the show is literally, what if the Russians landed on the moon first?
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and what would happen to the space race and NASA and all that, like if that was the case.
That sounds fascinating.
And I love it because they're not like tied to any particular time period. Like they've done, I think it's season 3 or season 4 right now, and they've jumped from the 60s to the 70s, 80s, and now they're in the 90s.
That's cool. I should check it out. That kind of reminds me, I haven't read it, but it's been on my list for like ever, but there's that Superman comic, I think it's called like The Red Sun, where it's like, what would happen if Superman landed in Russia instead of America?
Yes, I love those like alternate history kind of deals.
Me too.
Ooh. Sorry, I would have come revived you, but I was.
No, that's fine.
Bombarded.
It's always nice to get a little break, honestly. I like am never like, oh, if only. I'm always like, cool, I'll just sit here and read chat for a minute. Mine are Lenahan in my chat says, I love it not being a planet since in New York cloud there are like dozens of Plutos. I feel the same way. It's like as a Kuiper Belt object, I think that that's super interesting in itself, and I don't see it as a negative that it's been demoted to a dwarf planet instead of a full planet.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it still exists in the solar system, so it's not like it disappeared.
It still has the name, which is like special for, you know, a Kuiper Belt object.
Yeah.
Also, we got those pics.
Yeah.
I do want to know about the Oort cloud, more about it. I think the Oort cloud is
I was literally just about to say, yes, I would love to know what is in there.
I wish we could have, like, I know it's probably impossible, at least with our technology now, but I really just want, like, a real photo of like the Oort cloud and our solar system like from afar, like ugh. It'll never happen, but it'd be so sick.
I know. Someday.
Yeah, maybe.
So here's a question. Do you think that we'll see people land on Mars in our lifetime?
In our lifetime, I don't know. I think no, unfortunately. I don't think there is enough public appeal for it. You know, because I think, like, the reason why we landed on the moon was because of the space race and because of sort of that international rivalry. I don't think it would have happened otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of feel that way about Mars. I don't think there's, like, enough to prove for the people of, like, oh, I'm patriotic, so I want to see my tax dollars spent this way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think right now we're dealing with, like, global warming and so much other stuff that people are like, who cares? Unfortunately, but understandably.
Yeah. No, I think the exact same way. I don't think that we would have landed on the moon if it wasn't for Russia trying to do it first.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm glad we did.
Yeah.
Good work, team. Another successful strike.
Sweet.
All right, let's see the stats. Eventually, maybe.
Oh, it comes up in about 10 seconds. We got a timer.
Oh, boy. Oh, I see. Oh, I got a stretch check. I got to stretch real quick. Hold up. All right. Good work, team. Great. At the top again.
Yeah.
Good work.
Did great.
You as well. Well, anyway, thank you for playing. This was super fun. It was nice to hop back into Destiny again.
Yeah, for sure. At any time. And we can play a whole bunch of other stuff too.
Yeah, I'm definitely down. Are you still going to be streaming after this? I need to choose who to raid so I can raid you, but if not, I can find someone else.
Yeah, I can definitely keep you streaming
Up
for
to
a bit.
you. So no pressure, just wondering. All right, great. Makes it easy.
Awesome. Cool. Well, this is fun. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I agree. And I'm sure I'll see you later. Let's definitely stream again.
1000%. Yes.
Alrighty. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you to my mods. I'll see you later. I'll leave this Discord call so you don't have to keep hearing me. Goodbye.
All right. Goodbye.
Okay. And I'm going to fade to black now. Goodbye.